Alright, you guys, so tonight we are going to be doing a lasagna dinner. But anyway, we have our cheeses. We have our ricotta cheese. I don't use cottage cheese because I don't like cottage cheese, so I only use ricotta. We have the sharp cheddar, the mozzarella. We have the Parmesan cheese. We also have the Parmesan in the blocks to grate. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. We have the lasagna noodles, the hamburger. We have the onions and the eggs and tomato paste. We're also going to put pepperonis in it. And we're going to use Hunt's tomato sauce. I have about 5 cans. I don't know if I'm going to use all those cans. I'm actually making 2 pans. So that's why it looks like a lot of ingredients. So just remember, whatever I use, just use half. I have diced tomatoes. I have oregano. The parsley is just going to be for looks. And I also have Italian seasoning. Now, we're also going to do the Olive Garden salad. And we have the lettuce, the red onions, the Roma tomatoes. We have the banana peppers. We have the Olive Garden Italian seasonings. We have medium black olives. And we also have the pepperoni, the whole pepperoni. So we're going to get this started and hold tight. We'll be back. Alright, you guys, so the first thing that you want to start doing is browning your meat. That is the first step. And also, while I'm browning my meat, I like to go ahead and cut up my onion and let it cook with the meat because it flavors the meat, and I want the onions to be good and tender in the sauce. So first thing we're going to do is get the meat browned up. Once we get the meat browned up, we're going to drain it, any of the grease, because one thing we do not want no greasy lasagna. Alright, you guys, so we are back. We have our meat browned and drained. And so at this point, what I want to do is, the first thing is add my tomato paste. This is about 2 good tablespoons. 2 good tablespoons left in here. And we're going to add. Next, we'll add our tomatoes. Kind of get this stirred around. Now, guys, I only opened up 3 cans of the Hunt sauce because I don't know if I'll need the other ones yet, and I didn't want to open them if I didn't need them, so I just opened 3 at the moment. Let's go ahead and do some seasonings. Let's do a little bit of salt, some pepper, we're going to add Italian seasoning, which I know they probably have all of these seasonings in these tomato sauces, but we're just going to spice it up a little bit more. And I have oregano. So I'm going to get that mixed up. And I have this on a medium heat because I want this to kind of heat up and then simmer a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm only going to need 3. I'm going to do 1 more. Yeah, that was all we needed of that. We're just going to kind of let this simmer. And what we also want to do, guys, because we are not using fresh tomatoes, we want to add a little bit of sugar in our sauce. Not to make it sweet, but only to take away the acidity taste that is in the cans of tomatoes that we use. So that's about a 1/4 cup of sugar. And guys, I promise you it will not be. And now we just gonna let it simmer while we get everything else together. All right, you guys, so if you notice, I did not put on boiling water for the lasagna noodles. I actually went to the store looking for the lasagna noodles that you do not have to bake. But being that, you know, we are in the COVID crisis, nobody seemed to had any. So, instead of boiling your noodles, I found a little trick as I was searching, looking up some stuff on the internet. Instead of boiling them, what you can do is take some hot tap water and pour over your noodles and then just let them sit. And I had already got some water. I actually warmed it up a little bit. Oops. Now, you guys, we're just going to set these noodles aside and let them tender up. All right, guys, so now we're going to prepare our mixture, our ricotta mixture. I grated the Parmesan packs of cheese, and I'm going to also put that in the mixture to give it extra flavor. And now we just want to dump our ricotta in, just that easy. And then go ahead and break it up. Break it up, break it up. And we're going to add our 2 eggs. And the reason why we add eggs to these mixtures is to keep them binded together. Keep the cheese binded together, so when you cut your lasagna, it won't run all over the place. So, guys, I grated up my Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna add. Let's see what we got working right here. And we want to put in our parsley. And this is really for looks, y'all. Because we know that parsley really ain't got a taste. But it makes everything look pretty. Alright, so our mixture is complete. And we'll just set that aside and we're getting ready to start assembling. Alright, guys, so while we're waiting on our lasagna to get done real quick, I want to show you how to make the salad from the Olive Garden. If you've ever been to the Olive Garden where they give you the free salad and the breadsticks, that salad be off the chain. So right now we have our lettuce, and I went ahead and cut up the Roma tomatoes and the red onions. Also, you guys, we have the black olives. Now, you can cut those up if you want to. I prefer not to. Okay, that didn't work out well. Like I said, you can cut these up or you can leave them whole. Also, we have the banana pepperines. And guys, these are so flavorful. You really don't need a lot of these. But my husband loves them, so I'll just put a few more in for him. And we have the pepperoni peppers that they put in sometimes, and they'll put those in whole. I'm going to do about 3 of those. We're just going to mix this around. What to do, we're just going to put this salad in the refrigerator. The only 2 things left to put in this salad is the grated Parmesan cheese. If you remember, they come to your table and they grate Parmesan cheese until you tell them to stop. I normally have a problem with telling them to stop. That's another issue. And we'll wait and put this on last. So this is our Olive Garden salad. And we'll be back. All right, so our meat is finished. Our noodles is done. I hope you all can see what I'm doing over here. I kind of got an assembly line going. I want to show you these noodles that we've been letting sit. The noodles are now pliable. If they're not pliable, then you didn't let them just sit in your water long enough. So just make sure you give them enough time in the water. So the first thing we want to do is add meat sauce to our pans. Now this is the bottom, so it doesn't have to be a lot. We just want enough to where the noodles don't stick to the pan. And so you just kind of spread that around. And next, we want to add our noodles. So next, what we want to add is cheese. Adding cheese to both of them. Let's do more meat sauce. Now, we want to add our ricotta. And guys, the thing about this, you can just dollop. You don't have to worry about spreading this because it's gonna spread. I think we can go ahead and layer the pepperoni. Let's go ahead and do another layer of our noodles. And now we're going to add another layer of cheese. But this time, we're going to mix this layer with cheddar cheese. And then another layer of our meat. All right, you guys, now at this point, then we're going to top it. And so now, guys, what we want to do to let them know that pepperoni is in here, we're going to add a layer of pepperoni to the top. We got our oven on bake at 350. We're going to put these in the oven. I want to make sure that you see this. That's our lasagna. We're getting ready to pop it in the oven at 350 and let it finish cooking, and we'll be back in a sec. Guys, I need to show you one more thing. I did add parsley flakes. If you can see that, makes it look really pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and get these in the oven. All right, you guys, so here's our finished product. We have our pepperoni lasagna. We have our Olive Garden salad. We put the dressing and the Parmesan cheese already in it. We tossed our salad. And we also have Texas toast, garlic bread. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. You all be safe out there and have a blessed evening.